So welcome back to this video. So in this video, we're gonna check whether the given number is an Armstrong number or not. So my question is, when do I say a number is an Armstrong number? So we can say a number is an Armstrong number when the sum of when the sum of so let me write definition here. Armstrong number when the number is equal to when the number is equal to the sum of the sum of power of the sum of powers of the sum of powers of length the sum of powers of length the sum of powers of length of with the digits the sum of powers of length of the digits. So I'll explain it with an example. Let us take 153. So 153. So what I need to check the number equal to the sum of powers of length, the sum of powers of length with the digits. So what it is saying is 1 power. What is the length of 153? It will be length is 3, right? So 3 digits, so the length is 3. So 1 power 3 plus 5 power 3. Since length is 3, right? So in similar way, what is the third digit? That is 3. So nothing but 3 power 3. So whenever the sum of squares, sum of power, the sum of power of lengths. So what is the length of the number? That number's ka length. We are just doing power. Whenever the sum of powers of the digits, what are the digits present in that number? That digits. So which is equals to the given number, then we can say that number is an Armstrong number. For 153, it is true because 1 cube is what? 1. 5 cube is what? 125. 3 cube is what? 27. So if we add all the values, then we got 153 as our data. Yeah, we got 153. Since the number is equals to whatever the thing that I founded, so that's why it is called an Armstrong number. If we take an example of 15, what is the 15? So 1 square, since it is 2 digits only, right? Plus 5 square, since the length is 2, right, digits. So 1 square is 1 plus what is the 5 square? 5 square is what? 25. So 1 plus 25. How much it is? Totally 26. Is 26 equals to 15? No. Let's say sub result, or else you can say sum. Let's say sum is this and my number is 15. Is my sum equals to number? Since number is not equals to my sum, I can say it is not an Armstrong number. So I need to print no as my output. Since in the top, in the first case, that is my number is 153, and coming to sum, it is also 153. So I can say my number is equals to my sum. I can say it is an Armstrong number. So that's why I need to print S as my output. So now let us see how to solve this. First thing is what? I want to read my number. So to read my number and store it in a variable, I'm using num, which is a variable that I'm using to store my what are the input that I want to read. So to read the input, what is the function that I want to use? Input. whenever you encountered a problem, that is you want to read an input from dynamically while running the code, you need to use an input function in Python. So since data is read in the form of string, so let me write it as number in string format, or else you can write numstr as the variable that is holding my number in the form of string. Now what I want the length. So to find and store the length, I like to use a variable that is length. So to find and store the length, to find the length of a string, you can use a function that is len. Len is a function which is used to find the length of a string, or else length of a list, or else length of any sequence. So I want to find the number numstr length, number string length. So to find that length, you can use length function. Inside that, you need to provide the input as number string. Now I just find my length. So now what I want to do, sir? I just want my number in integer format. So integer of my number string is nothing but my number. Is it? Yeah. So now what I want to find out, I want to find sum again. So to find sum, let me initialize it with 0. So let me initialize it with 0. Now, how can I find sum, sir? How can I find sum? I can find by individually picking one by one element from the given number. So my question is, how do I pick one by one element from the given string? So I'm repeatedly doing the same thing. That is nothing but just picking repeatedly, repeatedly picking one by one element, repeatedly picking one one by one element, or else one by one digit from the given number. So I want to pick one by one element from the given number. So let us visualize the number in the form of string. Let us visualize in this way. So I want to pick the first element at first, second element at second, and third element at third, and just like to print it at first, so that I can do further process in future. So whenever you encountered a problem, repeatedly picking, in that case, you need to go for loops. In that case, you need to go for loops. In Python, we are having for loop, while loop, do while, and nested loops as well. For this particular problem, repeatedly, I'm just picking one by one element from the given sequence, or else you can say given string. In that case, for loop is very better fit for it. So I'm just using for loop for each element in my given string. Let me say my given string. Where do I store my number string? It is stored in numstr, right? So numstr is my given string. Let me print whether it is printing each element in the given string or not. So to print in the output, I'm just using print statement. So let me provide 153 as my data. You can see here. First, my 1 got printed. Second, my 5 got printed. Next, third, 3 got printed. How it happens, sir? In number string, 153 got stored in the form of string. In the form of string, what got stored in number string? 153, because we use input function. So first what happens? 1 got picked and then stored in an element. And then we printed, so it was printed. Next, after first iteration, 5 got stored in yearly variable and then we are just printing, so it was printed. And next, 3 got picked and stored in my yearly variable and I just printing my element, so that it just printed here. So in this way it was working. Now what I want to do, sir? I just want to add my current element into power of length. I'm just want to add. So can we write this? in terms of element and power. So I'm just adding my current element. What is the current element? EL is the current element. It is in the form of what? String. So I need to convert it into integer, right? So I need to convert it into integer. And what I'm doing, power of. What is the power? It is nothing but the length. Where do I store my length? In the length variable that I am storing. So you can write length here. So you can write length here. In this way, I can add it to my current sum. In this way, I can add it to my current sum. Simply, I just writing this. I just writing this here. So simply, I just writing this here. So I'm just adding it to my sum because I initialized my sum as 0 and I need my sum as previous sum plus current element into power of length. So this is what I'm finding. So why do we need to find it, sir? To check whether given number is Armstrong or not. Sir, when do we say the given number is Armstrong? When sum is equals to that number. Sum is double equals to that number. So let us check. So how to check if the condition is true or not? In Python, we are having if-else statements. So by using if-else statements, we can check if sum is double equals to my number. If sum is double equals to my number, then I can say it is an Armstrong, right? Then what I need to print? Then what I need to print? I need to print YES. So in the similar way, I need to print YES. So I'm just writing here YES. In the else case, whether sum is not equals to my number, in that case, what do you say, sir? If sum is not equals to my number, I can say my number is not an Armstrong number. You can check with the 15. Number is 15. In this example, my sum is not equals to my number. I can say it is not an Armstrong number. So what I need to print? No. So here also same thing. I'm just printing by using print function. No. So this is the syntax of if else in Python. I hope this. So let us run and check whether it is working or not. So let me provide an input that is 153. You can say I'm getting yes because it is an Armstrong number. So that's why it's getting yes. So let us run and check with the next example. You can see 15. 15 is not an Armstrong number. So I'm getting no. So I hope this code is working well. I hope this video is understandable to you. So once again, this try to solve this question, try to solve this problem, so that this is a famous problem. Once again, this is famous problem. Most of the interviewers or else a task was assigned on this problem. So you need to once again practice much more time so that it will be easy to you while solving it interviews, technical interviews, or else exams, or else even in tasks whenever you join in the company. This is a simple problem. So just try to solve this so that it will be very easy to you while solving the next future problems. I hope this video is understandable to you. If you like the video, please comment so that it will be suggestible to more viewers. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Must practice to get to solve this problem on your exams. Thanks for watching again.